countdown to impeachment is on. President Trump's legal team launching a blistering attack against Democrats as the Senate trial is set to ramp up tomorrow. The president's lawyers calling the case, quote, flimsy and a dangerous perversion of the Constitution. It comes as both sides prepare for a partisan battle.
We will force votes on witnesses and documents, and it will be up to 4 Republicans to side with the Constitution.
When it comes to Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi may pray for him privately, but she's orchestrated the Church of Holy Hell.
Any Republican senator who says there should be no witnesses or even that witnesses should be negotiated is part of the cover-up.
On their face, the articles of impeachment, they don't allege high crimes and misdemeanors. They fail on their face.
History has its eyes on us. How are we going to operate? My mouth is on fire.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi drawing more criticisms after saying impeachment was a somber moment for America. Here she is on Bill Maher's show.
Thank you so much for waiting till we got back on the air before you started the impeachment. That deserves a fist bump. Thank you. There are some people who actually have said that he wanted to be impeached. Just for the record, being impeached is a bad thing, right?
And you're impeached forever.
Yeah.
And Congresswoman Maxine Waters saying no matter what happens with impeachment, Democrats will continue investigating the president.
Subpoenas that I have issued that's gone through the lower courts are now going to be heard at the Supreme Court in March. We will not stop. Whether or not that leads to another impeachment activity, I don't know. But I know we must continue with the work that our constituents have elected us to come to Congress to do.
And actually, Jesse, one of Speaker Pelosi's lawyers did say that a third article of impeachment is not out of the question, though he left it undefined.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Out.
Go for it, libs. So the Democrats want some new witnesses in the Senate trial. Oh, do they? Okay, well, they could have just sued and gone to court and had a judge compel testimony, and they wouldn't have to sit back and complain. But now they're complaining anyway. So now they only want witnesses for the prosecution. They don't want the defense to have any witnesses. That's how fair they're being. So Nadler says he's not going to negotiate witnesses at all. So you have Republicans saying, all right, Nadler, we'll give you Mulvaney, we'll give you Bolton, we'll give you Pence, we'll give you whoever you want. Just give us Hunter. And you know what Nadler says? That's off the table.
And that he's irrelevant.
So think about how far they're willing to go to protect Hunter Biden. Why does Hunter Biden need so much protection? It's because this whole situation that he's involved in is a complete disaster. They're saying he's not a relevant witness. Well, the Supreme Court has granted wide latitude for defense counsel to call whoever they want, to set out whatever fact case they can, to set up a strong and robust defense to protect their constitutional rights. It doesn't matter what Nadler says is relevant or not. It's whether the Supreme Court says it is. And it is. So Hunter Biden is a material witness to the defense. The Ukrainians have said publicly the only reason Hunter was given this plum gig is to protect Burisma from prosecution. And he was successful. So the guy just got kicked out of the Navy for drugs, and now he gets some plum position overseas that he has no knowledge of? It's absolutely crazy. It's not an abuse of power to investigate corruption, especially when it involves a corrupt country who colluded against you when millions of dollars are on the line. Could you imagine if Trump Jr. got appointed some plum gig in a Chinese company? And the Democrats said, you know what, let's look into it. And Trump said, no, I'm running for president. I'm untouchable.
Yeah.
The Biden family doesn't get a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Is it sustainable for the Democrats to say no to, if they want witnesses on their side, for them not to allow Republicans to call who they want?
Yeah, it's sustainable. I mean, but remember, sustainable, again, suggests that this is a court of law. This is not a court of law. It's an impeachment hearing. And the key here, it seems to me, is the court of public opinion. And the court of public opinion is pretty clear. You even have large numbers of Republicans who say, yes, witnesses should be called. Bolton should be called. He has direct knowledge of the specific crime and charges against the president. Hunter Biden has no such knowledge. Joe Biden has no such knowledge. They were not privy to this phone call.
So you don't get the right to defend yourself?
I'm going to finish.
Go ahead.
That the president had with the president of the Ukraine, in which he was, and has now been found to have committed a crime by the GAO, to withhold $400 million in exchange for insisting that an announcement be made by the president of the Ukraine of an investigation into the Bidens. This has nothing to do with Hunter Biden.
So you're going to deny the president due process in the House and in the Senate?
He was not denied due process.
Sure he was.
Let's get Greg in.
What's interesting to me is you had the White House briefs come out today, and in the White House briefs, a very good lawyer, Pat Cipollone, highly regarded, but Pat and Jay Sekulow make no effort really to defend the president. It's like comic book stuff. It's like the president's Twitter feed. This is ridiculous. This is absurd.
127 pages. That's an effort.
Nothing. The president did nothing
Let's
wrong.
get Greg's take on it, because there's so much to talk about. Of course, you've got lots of notes. I did wonder what you thought about the Bill Maher, Nancy Pelosi.
Well, I mean, obviously, again, when you say impeachment's forever, that is telling you that this is an emotional victory for her. It's personal. It's not even political. This is about, we're going to get that guy back. And the fist bump, it's all about personal. They're going to lose. They're going to lose, but they still have that to keep them warm at night. Nadler, I don't understand. Maybe I'm ignorant. He can't say what's off the table. He's not in charge.
Right.
You can just tell him to shut up. You can't tell, the prosecutors can't tell the defense who they can't call. So we shouldn't be talking about that. But I want to go to a bigger message here, Dana.
Okay.
All right. The problem with the news is that we're an easy mark. Right? We believe in the definition of objectivity is turning the camera on and showing what's happening. The problem is there's no defense against being exploited. So what the Dems, they're very smart. You can get objective news by creating this spectacle, and everybody has to put the camera on it and preempt shows like The Five because we got to show it because it's big news. So when we're preempted by something called the news, remember, it's only news because they're telling you it's news. The pomp and circumstance, the slow walk, the dramatic pauses, the language, it's all fakery. It's artifice to make you feel like it's news when it's not. So I have a suggestion to the viewer at home who feels hopeless, all right? You can call your senator and you can tell them to get this crap over with as soon as possible because you want to watch The Five. I want you to get a pen. Get a pen right now. 202-224-3121. That is the main operator for the Senate, and they will connect you to the specific Senate office that is your senator. And you can tell them, get this thing over with because you're not going to miss an episode of The Five. It's just not fair. Yeah. And feel free to call Fox News and let them know that we should all get raises, especially me.
The thing about the witnesses, Emily, is that we're talking about this now, but there's phase one that has to happen, which is setting the rules of the road. Each side gets 24 hours to make their case, and it is only after that then they will go to the issue of specific witnesses if there were to be any. So I think it is possible that after 48 hours, and you don't have to use the whole 24 hours per side, that at that point maybe they'll decide that they've heard enough. Correct. Is that being too hopeful that this gets over with quickly?
It's probably being hopeful, but you're right that the senators take a vote after they have heard both sides present their entire story, whether they feel that a witness's testimony is required to resolve the articles of impeachment. And I have to take issue with one thing that you said. This isn't an impeachment hearing. This is an actual trial, and it's not a criminal court of law trial that we're used to maybe when we watch TV, but this is an actual trial, and it can lead to a conviction in the Senate. And I think it's important to highlight, just for viewers too, especially because we're beginning tomorrow, on what the arguments are that the president's team is arguing. They are arguing both procedural and substantive. They are saying that there was no crime alleged and that the Constitution, on its plain language meaning, without everyone extrapolating, just what it says, plain and fair, is that it needs to be a crime alleged and also that it has to be a high crime. And it's not, you have to have both together. And then they are also, and that was, by the way, successful in a prior impeachment testimony. And I know I'm not necessarily saying anything mind-blowing that people don't already know, but I think it's important to package this in a way that viewers understand going into tomorrow, because there's about to be a lot of hours of drivel where everyone is captivated by news covering this, because it is important that they need to understand what they're talking about, and also that there will be a defense substantively saying, and regardless, this is not an abuse of Congress and this is not impeachment worthy.
So you're saying call your senator also?
Yeah. One quick last point. It's not these impeachment managers, and it's not the senators, and it's not the House whose right it is to a fair trial. It is the president's, it is the defendant's right to a fair trial.
And then you mentioned that this could lead to a guilty verdict, but it could also, at the end of it, lead to an acquittal, which is what happened for others, and that's important for history as well. All right.